just a moment, actually right now. So let's get to it. But real quick, Dan, do you expect a 2-0, or is there any chance for Cyber Legacy?
I think it'll be a 2-0 here at this point. I think going into Espada's map, Cyber Legacy are there's a lot of ifs and buts for them to a lot of conditions to try and pick up the win here, and fulfilling them all is just going to be too tall of a task, I feel. So I think it's most likely going to be Espada. I don't think Cyber Legacy will be able to sneak this one away.
It is Espada versus Cyber Legacy now on Overpass. Espada leading 1-0 as they took the map choice of Cyber Legacy in strong fashion. And Espada trying to go for something rather quick here. It's Tricky who finds the first shot. 15 match trade coming through, glowing. Oh no, that's a blunder.
That's not good.
Nah, it certainly isn't.
Use it all up towards Clax and Foster. A 2v4. CT retake required. And the time's starting to dwindle. I mean, 4 HP for Clax. Not all much to work with. I mean, a gust of wind and he'll be over. But Foster, if he can find an opening here, I don't know if there's a kit anywhere they can pick up. I didn't see personally. And with Clax going down, it is now just Foster. He gets one onto Finnegan at least. But 3 more to find is going to be a very difficult task. And in a bit of an exchange here with Patsy, lots of damage going either way. He will be able to win it out just about, but no time on the clock and only 7 HP. There was a kit on the side, but it mattered for little as he gets a lot of airtime there. He is he's a spaceman now.
That's one way of putting it. Espada picking up the pistol is gonna just, I mean, to make this so much tougher. You pointed out we need to see some aggression coming through here from Cyber Legacy. They tried a bit of aggression actually in that pistol round. They had Glowing down towards Connector very early on. They had Tricky up at the sort of the picnic area, a little bit forward stance at the picnic area. He did manage to find the initial frag, but then Startfix shot him down immediately after. Now obviously better weapon in hand, but it's far. Ooh, it's a bit of a lucky shot there from Patsy, taking care of Clax. On 4th situation, Foster gonna get pushed from multiple angles. Not a whole lot left for him to do. All on Glowing and Tricky to try and see if they can pull this one back.
Oh, that was awkward. He does get the kill, but it wasn't clean. And the 2v3, he's just gonna back away with that Galil. We'll live to fight another day alongside Tricky. Is a couple kills found at least for the Cyber Legacy side here. Do at least, I mean, stop Espada building up too much early on. But I'm sure they would have, maybe an extra kill would have just been the icing on the cake for them.
I'm a little bit upset that he didn't go for the knife kill there, I must admit. It's like when you're in a round like this where you're probably you're probably gonna lose the round regardless. He managed to deal some damage, which is nice, but the chances of you winning that round are slim to none. In that scenario, it would make sense to go for a knife kill, because if you manage to connect the knife kill, it gives you a lot of money for the upcoming rounds. At the very least, Cyber Legacy managed to pull some weapons into this one. See Glowing, the Galil, scout on Tricky, but that's really it.
Yeah, and with the opening kill going the way of Espada, make it the 2 opening kills going the way of Espada. There's a little opening for Cyber Legacy to try and work their way into as the bomb gets planted. Molotovs blocking their advance forward. And Espada, they'll probably just focus now on ensuring find ways to stay alive, maybe build up a bit of cash on that Mac 10 for Sotfik. That's a nice shot. Sotfik does take down one with the Mac 10 and builds up a bit of extra cash. Obviously $600 per kill on that weapon, but Clax and Tricky trying to find players. Unfortunately for them, there's nobody to find unless they're able to catch these players who are actually going to be hunting for them towards this A site. But I don't think they'll meet in time. So the Galil, the scout, they'll be going in towards this next round.
Yeah, the question is, do you actually want that? Like, wouldn't it be better to try and deal a bit of extra economic damage towards the opposition, and then upgrade for better weapons? Because Scout and Galil, not necessarily good weapons to push through. Obviously, when it comes to the first gun round, you want to have as much firepower as possible to try and deal with the aggression from Espada. Because the aggression, we saw it already on Train. Espada are very aggressive and they're very good. Something I've mentioned before, last time we saw them actually, that Espada are very good at the buddy system. Like, they push in a couple of players together. If the first player fall, the second player will get a double kill and make up for it. Like, that's just how Espada are playing. Very cohesive unit here. And I feel like Cyber Legacy, they need the AWP in a round like this. They need the firepower of the M4s rather than the Galil. So I'm not entirely sure if that's necessarily the right decision. But at the same time, if they deal damage towards Espada, they allow those players to upgrade as well. So it's sort of like a lose-lose situation right now for Cyber Legacy, I feel like.
Yeah, it looks like, well, obviously we've lost a player, so there is currently 2 trickies in the scoreboard down the right. I believe it's one of the Espada players we're just waiting for to get back as things do sort themselves out. They'll reload, start this round, and Cyber Legacy, they'll go for the AWP on Tricky. A few M4s board up. Clax looks like he's going to continue with that Galil. So they'll get rid of the Scout. I think that is, out of the 2 weapons, probably the one you'd want to upgrade more here.
Yeah.
I think the Galil can still be a viable weapon. Still pretty decent. And Max will be wielding it and just keep himself a bit of cash reserve. I'm surprised he didn't buy it more nades, though. He only had a single HE. And it's going to be aggression through the CT Monster Tunnel. We're glowing, picking up an opening kill. That is very nice. And maybe that's why Clax only bought a HE up, because he'll go in aggressive into that position. He's able to upgrade to the AK-47 as well off the back of that.
Correct there from glowing, as you pointed out. Yeah, Demon down and out. A good positioning here from Cyber Legacy early on, though. Ooh, I like this boost as well. Such an interesting boost. It's not something you see all that often, but when you do and when it works, it's brilliant. It's one of those small things. The smoke there actually wasn't perfect. Allowed Sutfik to peek the player who was sitting at the bottom. A bit of an interesting play, but they managed to make it work. 3-on-5 situation. This is going to be tough for Espada in this round.
Yeah, and I mentioned, obviously, we saw that aggression through the Monster Tunnel, but as they try and go aggressive again, CIS is just going to hold down. Mouse 1 find himself 2 kills, and it leaves it all up towards Patsy at 1 versus 5. Probably, you know, maybe tries to find a bit of damage here. I'm not sure if he'll commit to the fights or just try and save this AK-47. Kill attention on the cards. You won't be able to get anything as Clax quickly shuts him down. AK bullet straight through the head. That's a quick way to end the round.
And that's exactly what they need. They needed to find this first rifle round. If they lost this one, it would have been very difficult for them. This actually gives them a real good opportunity to bring this one back. The problem is Espada, the first 3 rounds were fairly clean for them. That means that obviously they have a good amount of money left over, as you can see. And with that, they'll get a solid bullseye. AWP and Dexter again. East and glowing finding openings here down towards the area. Ugh, that's a rough one for Dima.
Cyber Legacy just finding everything here, because it was originally a just a spray through that wall in towards the sort of the tunnel coming in towards short, and that picks off an opening kill, leaving just Finnegan now as the kills all tumbling afterwards. You will be able to collect at least another Espada for the second play down in connector. Can't find the trade, and now Finnegan a 1v2. Bomb is over towards T-spawn. And Clax is pushing closer to that location, so there may be a bit of a fight for this bomb in a moment as Finnegan's going to head up the connector ladder, look to try and go and collect that bomb. I'm not sure if Clax has actually spotted it. So I think it's around the corner. So I don't think he will have had vision. He's just pushed forward to try and eliminate the access towards this B site. And Finnegan's actually going to go for it. Does he check the angle, though, as he works his way forward? He looks like he's going to, and this could be Clax dead. Oh no, Finnegan, he looks away just as he gets to the position to clear it. And Cyber Legacy, they'll pick up a second. I mean, a few kills found in the round. Finnegan makes it a bit more costly, but it is a second on the board.
An important second as well. As pointed out, there was a lot of money in the hands for Espada going into that round, thus leaving them or giving them the opportunity to go for yet another full buy, but now they don't have any money left over. So they're deciding to go for a bit of a min buy, as I like to call it. Just some upgraded pistols, that's about it. Should be fairly easy pickings in this round here for Cyber Legacy. Tricky, he's starting off strong with the AWP. A good kill onto Finnegan.
Yeah, this should just be routine for Cyber Legacy now. I don't see much chance of them getting anything really out of this apart from maybe a kill. But unarmored pistols are a weird one. It can surprise you at the best of times, and they're going to look to try and create an access point towards this A site. Tricky posted up with this AWP though, watching towards Banana, has glowing for support, doesn't want to leave his AWP buddy in a difficult position. And together, they're actually going to back away from that angle. And this is just as Espada start to work their way forwards. But there's 3 players towards this A site for the Cyber Legacy side, and that surely is going to be enough to deal with these 4 Espada players as they start to look in. 35 seconds on the clock, seized with the M4, glowing over towards the Optimus position. Careful not to have a nade in his hand, does get turned out just in time. As they start to push forward, those 2 players go down with relatively easy. He's going to start to try and mop them up. Dexter does get one. He lands a second. Careful, Cyber Legacy, don't give up too much, but it will just stop at those 2 kills. So at least a little bit of damage done there, and pistols are dangerous.
It's something that we've echoed time and time again. Pretty much every single best of 3 that we're covering. Pistols can certainly be very, very dangerous and deal a good amount of damage. Dexter does manage to find some at the very least. Yeah, Cyber Legacy picking up their 3rd, tying it up now. We gotta remember that this map, statistically speaking, is a T-sided map. So if Cyber Legacy can get to 7, actually anything above 6 is magical for Cyber Legacy. CT side can be very tough here on Overpass. I'm looking forward to seeing whether or not they can bring it back, bring it to fruition. Either way, Espada now pushing in towards the B site.
Bomb has been planted.
4-on-4, bomb planted. Hits galore for Cyber Legacy, but that's not going to matter if they can't get closer towards this site. Dexter will be able to pick up 1 on the AWP, giving the Espada side that 4-on-3, looking for a little bit more. Misses a chance at another player, and we'll just have to make sure that he's not going to get pushed for a monster. Has a teammate in that one, and as they push forward, Patsy and Dima set themselves up for the kills, and it's Dima who will start to rejuvenate that form from Train as he gets himself a double, gets Espada the 4th, and denies Cyber Legacy the lead here.
This positioning here from Dima is brilliant. It's something that we see every once in a while, that they'll sit right below the sniper's nest. But for him to sit in sort of an open spot, but not entirely, means it's kind of an off angle and makes it very difficult for his last opponent to do anything about it. Yeah, as you pointed out, Cyber Legacy, their lead has been denied. Ooh, loving this though. The boost down towards connector. Yeah. Potentially allowing them to peek in towards the B short pipe. Patsy is in a good position though, and he'll bully them out of that position. They don't want to overstep their welcome, deciding to just fall off instead. Good shout here on Espada as well, not pushing forward too fast. Typically you want to see, or you want to try and get a bit of map control. But you got to remember, you got 2 minutes to work with, so you don't necessarily have to rush to find map control. You can slow and methodically move your way towards it.
Yeah, certainly, and they are looking to try and work slow and methodically, but look towards the B site, look on the radar. This player's already pushing in towards that site, and Klax will find one of them, but look at Dima's position. Klax is looking for him, he's heavy trying to search for him, but Dima still finds the kill. It's a 4-on-3, and there was a player killed towards long as well. And they've been capturing that flank, and this puts Cyber Legacy in a difficult position where, again, a retake required. Seized has a kit. But there's not really many access points. Tricky has a bit of space towards Heaven that he can work with. A nice kill from Foster removes Patsy from the equation, but Finnegan's going to be in position to secure that monster approach, so his teammates don't have to worry about that angle. They only have to worry about short seas. He gets dinked down through the corner of the wall there, and that's enough to force Cyber Legacy backwards. Away from the site rather than into it. And Espada, they're going to secure themselves 5 as Cyber Legacy need to keep these guns up. They don't have any cash in reserve.
That's an important point to touch on. So what we saw initially was 3 very one-sided rounds going in the favor of Espada, allowing them to work on their economy. And now we see 2 rounds again going in the favor of Espada. And again, they managed to work on that economy. We see a decent amount of money left over on most of the players, actually. Sudfig is very low, of course. Patsy is down to 1,400, but the rest of them sitting above 2,000. That's a fairly healthy amount here for the Espada side. On the opposite side of it, Cyber Legacy, as you pointed out, don't really have any money to work with. They decide to go for an eco. Obviously, they have the weapons saved over from the previous round, so not necessarily going to call it a complete eco, but they don't reinvest anything into the round is what I'm trying to say.
Can we get Dexter's POV here? Because they're going for this boost. There we go. He's posted up a second too late to spot it. I'm not sure with Klax jumping if he was actually spotted out the boost, but either way, nobody's going to be peeking that. And then we'll break it up. I think Dexter probably calling. I think they spotted the boost, so no point staying it longer than possible. We'll find a different way to take down Tricky through Monster Tunnel. And now, Espada, they're going to push in. Klax not even paying attention towards Monster. That B site is overrun within a moment. Very effective stuff from Espada. Not a single point of damage done.
Yeah, again, Espada very good on that aggression. I mentioned it earlier, it's something that we saw on Train very quick on their feet. They might use a lot of time initially just to methodically get a bit of map control, but as soon as they get that map control and they have a game plan for what exactly they want to do in the round, they set up for the execute and they just rush towards the bomb site, all guns blazing and shutting down anyone who's trying to hold them off, I suppose. Seized, last man standing. He's going to be able to hold on to his weapon. Yeah, he will. For a moment there, I saw Patsy was moving a little bit closer, but he took another route.
It's not massively important to save the weapon. It's, you get a full buy either way, I think. It just allows a bit more utility for the CT side here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Just holding on to the weapon gives them a bit more utility to work with, but they're still hurting in terms of their money. timing there is a little bit off. Finnegan actually had a weapon out or out
Oh
nade
my
out as
lord.
well, but beautiful pop flash from his teammate. Sutphic helps him out massively, and he gets the double opener towards the A-bomb site.
Yeah, and he's going to go forward as well. He's used his utility to seal off the site before he's even there, denying Cyber Legacy any route back in. Sees couldn't push forward. He's just having to stay underground. I think Cyber Legacy, this round's already over. This is surely going to be 7 for Espada here. The bomb is a long way away from that A site. Doesn't really matter too much. They've got the all the angles covered off Espada. Nobody's going to be peeking through connector. It's a straight run to that A bomb site and get the bomb planted. I don't know if Cyber Legacy are going to attempt this one. Again, it's low economy for them.
Yeah, the problem here for Cyber Legacy, again, it's a lose-lose situation pretty much, because if they decide to go for it, which they probably should, because they need rounds on the board, if they decide to go for it and they lose, they don't have any money to work with in the next round, and it's going to be another round on the board for Espada regardless. If they don't, they're still going to be a little bit limited on Tricky at the very least. And then, again, they need those rounds on the board. Still going to lose their players. Oh, no. That's the worst outcome possible. They tried to hold on to their weapons. They got denied. They didn't deal all that much economic damage towards the opposition. Ugh. I don't know, Dan. This is... I feel so bad for Cyber Legacy, because we saw them against RV, where CIS actually played out of his mind. But he hasn't showed up at all on Train, and currently he's not doing much better on this one.
Yeah, it's, as I said, it's a lot of factors for Cyber Legacy to try and pick this one up, and so far they're not meeting many of them. It goes from bad to worse. Finnegan's watching the booze. Demon will double entry in towards the B site, and I mean, a minute 30 on the clock as the round is already over. So only Tricky remaining with a P250. A dream, no armor. 5 players to find. Just sidearm. He gets one. But Finnegan will double himself up for the round to trade that kill.
So, as I said here for Cyber Legacy, this is so rough, man. Going for the jump technique and then just getting annihilated.
Yeah, he cracked his neck on the fall as well. Landed head first.
Yeah, as I pointed out, like, if Cyber Legacy, if they can get 6 rounds or more than that here on their CT side, I actually don't think it's that bad for them. We need to see them get 6 rounds on the board, though. If they don't, I think it's going to be close to impossible for them to bring this one back. It's already a very tough situation for them, obviously, and with Foster going down early in this round, doesn't make it any easier.
Not sure exactly how Foster died to a Molotov either.
He ran through it, or tried to.
Yeah, it's just all going wrong, isn't it? This is all going wrong with Cyber Legacy. Demon's just having an absolute blinder of a series right now. 2 kills again in this round, and he's might be on for a little bit more, as well as Tricky does actually take him down. So to get that 2v3, Cyber Legacy, they have a kit to work with. Glowing has that in his back pocket, and Finnegan's on the flank looking for these kills, looking for the saving plays, but right now they're pushing their way in towards a B site. There's 2 players to try and stop them. Sophic is on the site himself, got cover from Dexter to make sure he won't go down, but Glowing is able to elude Dexter's gaze. He will get peeked into it and will go down in the end, but his teammate's already fallen, and now it's just Finnegan and Dexter to try and just stop this. And Tricky just holding it inside of the smoke. Finnegan will find the kill. We're a little bit close for comfort there for Espada. Heart rate's elevated.
But are they, though? Because, like, again, look at the money on Espada. They're swimming in it at this point. Again, a good, like, Max Scrooge reference. Scrooge McDuck. I keep forgetting what his name is. I'll look it up eventually, okay? But yeah, the money is still
Lots of
so
money.
fantastic here for that's what I'm trying to say, yeah. Money's still so fantastic here for Espada, so sure, heart rate's going up for the end of the round, but at the end of the day, they have so much money that even if they lose that round, they're still sitting pretty, and they end up winning rounds. That makes it even better for them. They're pushing double digits now, and Cyber Legacy only sitting on 3. They don't really have any money or anything to work with in this round. We mentioned in the pregame, Tricky and CIS need to step up. And they need to play better as a team, more of a cohesive unit, if you will. That's not what we're seeing here for Cyber Legacy.
No, and the score reflects that. 9-3. It's difficult. They've got a scout for Foster. The rest of the players is wielding deagles. It's not really anything that's gonna inspire, like, right, this is the round we win. This is a throwaway for Cyber Legacy. They're just saving for the next round as the Espada is going to be coming in towards his B site yet again. An early tag for Tricky does put Demo low, and he's actually going to collect one, collects another, but Espada do begin to trade things out. They bring things back into the Espada advantage, a 3v2. And a couple kills found there for the Cyber Legacy side, but with just glowing and now just glowing, he's finding kill after kill here. One with a nade, one with a deagle, and one more play to find. Can he get it? No. Dexter, the AK, wins it out as it should do. And he will be able to pick up the AWP as well. Keep himself in a good position.
Oh my god. 26.32 for Cyber Legacy? That's absolutely insane. I mean, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Because Espada, they took the map off of Cyber Legacy. Now it's Espada's map, and they're leading heavy, and they're looking unstoppable at this point. You and I spoke about whether this was going to be a 2-0 or a 2-1, but we both had a feeling that Espada should be able to take a victory on this one. And I guess we didn't give them as much credit as they deserve, because they're running through Cyber Legacy like it was nothing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I was going to say disappointing. Obviously, not seeing Cyber Legacy sort of perhaps show what they're capable of, because I feel like they are able to do more. I feel like they've shown a lot of good stuff so far, and as Tricky does pick up an opening kill, you'll find his 7th of the game. But he looks like he's ready to trade that out. And Inside gets one, almost a second, but Sophic swings in to ensure that the trades are there. But eventually, Cyber Legacy, they have CIS still around B site, and it's a 3-on-2. The bomb dropped. Espada are gonna have to commit to this B site, and CIS knows that. He's just sticking around behind the site, not giving up too much space. And as Dexter rears his head, CIS will take him down, leaving just Finnegan a 1 versus 3. And Cyber Legacy to find more, but a quick shot onto Tricky. Can't follow up onto CIS. Finally, a 4th comes their way.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. I think Cyber Legacy needs 6, and that's impossible at this point. They can only hope for 5, and even with 5, it's still going to be incredibly difficult for them. We've seen they haven't had a whole lot of success in the pistols. Pistols have been kind of favoring Espada. So with that, that would suggest that this next pistol on Espada's CT side for the second half it's going to be a tough one for Cyber Legacy as well. And they need that pistol, regardless of this round going in their favor or not. And it seems like it might not even. CIS does answer back with one onto Patsy, but it's 2 in the favor of Espada, and the B bomb site right for the taking.
Again. This time he has been able to find a kill. He's just loving it, isn't he? Only glowing and CIS remain. A 2 versus 4 retake needed. This auto is probably going to mince them up, but Stopfit will get them both, in fact. As it will be an 11-4 half for Espada. A bit of a shutdown once again. We'll just be heading to a short break for this halftime.
but they follow me. Will you follow me under when I'm crumbling? Every night I wonder, will it ever end? Sometimes I can barely breathe, dear. Sometimes I don't wanna be here. Sometimes I don't wanna be here. Will you follow me under? Sometimes I don't wanna be here. Sometimes I don't wanna be here.
I've been working part-time jobs, chasing all my dreams now lately. No matter if I try too hard, nothing's ever enough, baby. No, I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side, I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes, I always feel different.
Gentlemen, back for second half, Espada versus Cyber Legacy. The question now is, I look to you once again, Dan. Is there any chance at all at this point for Cyber Legacy? We saw the odds not really favoring them at all. Quite the contrary. Do you think there's any opportunity for them to bring this one back?
I mean, there's always a chance. I just don't think we have much of one. I mean, obviously the first 2 kills are going Espada's way as well, and it's all just coming up blue right now for the Espada side. Glowing has found himself a few here. Okay, be careful. Dexter has had enough as he swings through, finds a final 2. There you go, pistol round for Espada, 12-4. A big score on the door.
Did you become what's it called, like a bingo announcer all of a sudden? Isn't that what they do? Like whenever they say a number. Bit of a pause coming through here, and that gives us an opportunity to talk about what actually went wrong here for Cyber Legacy. And I think we mentioned it already, so individual play is definitely up there as one of the things not really working for them. Like, no one's really showing up. They're losing pretty much every single aim duel. And furthermore, like, they get out-positioned time and time again from or by Espada, rather. Like, was there ever any chance here, Dan? Is basically what I'm trying to get at.
No. I mean, Cyber Legacy, they've gone for a bit of a hero wake for Seized here. This is a last-ditch effort, and I feel like even if this one goes their way, there's just so long in this game they need to pull back, and These does find an opening, to be fair, and a lot of damage done towards Dexter, so they may be hoping this round, but hoping the game, there is little. It's going to be about, I think, for Cyber Legacy, just trying to save a bit of face here. Maybe pick up a few extra rounds just to make the score look a little more friendly. Anything other than that is a bit of a pipe dream, I'm afraid.
Maybe a fever dream.
Yeah.
One of those, or a nightmare, something that keeps you up at night. I don't know.
Well, I think they're in a nightmare already.
True.
Look at Sophic. He's gotten bored of this round. He's now just pressing W. As he pushes his way all the way through T-spawn, he's going to be behind the Cyber Legacy players in a short moment as they start to work forward. If he can get on the back of them as they're heading towards this site, it's going to make a lot of put a lot of pressure on them. And does Tricky actually check towards his right? No, he doesn't. Doesn't matter because Sophic was mostly obscured, and now Sophic has such a load of information. Espada, they're stacking towards this site. Sophic's going to be coming in just a moment. Not even needed, really. And the rest of his team just mop everything up. Dexter will secure himself an ace. Not even needed, Sophic.
There you have it. An ace in the match as well. We've seen knife kills. We've seen a lot of nade damage, utility damage in general. Seen at least one execution by fire, if you will. One player burning in a molly. Seen a couple of nade kills here and there. So, yeah, now an ace as well. This is not boding well. Well, it wasn't boding well on train, and this is just Espada looking to put the final nail in the coffin at this point. Espada on the least favorite side here on Overpass, but it doesn't seem like that matters at all. They have pretty good control of it at this point. Cyber Legacy, last-ditch effort.
Really is last ditch, and jumping forwards, they are able to find a couple kills glowing with that Mac 10. With just 3 points of health remaining, one planted. A 2-on-3 for Espada to try and work back into, but Patsy on the flank, that is a huge kill to find. Tricky falls. Now a 2-on-2, and Patsy looking for even more. He gets a second there, goes seized, and now things are just slipping out of Cyber Legacy's reach. It's 3 HP, a 1 versus 2 for Glowing. He already has 2 kills in a round, needs to secure himself a 4K. And that flashbang is going to completely blind him up. He's been found. And the defuse will come through. Patsy, he has himself a kill, and it is 14-4. This is over.
It's overpassed, and soon it will be passed and over.
Okay. I see what you're trying to do there.
I'll continue with the dad jokes throughout. Don't worry about it. I'll keep them coming. I'm not very funny, but I'm really good at not being funny, so I guess that counts for something.
It certainly does. It certainly does count for something. Not much, but something. And this may count for nothing, Cyber Legacy. If this just straight ball in towards the B site doesn't really work out, it's going to be a tough old game. And I mean, they've been able to find a couple openers. A 4-on-3. Cyber Legacy are going to be able to get that bomb planted. Foster the one to do the deed. But they lost themselves in the man advantage last time. It was Patsy on the flank who was able to find a couple quick kills, and this time no flank for Espada. It's going to be a full frontal. Tricky is going to be trying to receive the brunt of this. And goes into a position. Patsy's actually lining up his teammate Sophic. He will trade out, but with Klaxon Foster still alive, there is plenty of players alive, and Cyber Legacy just rushing towards the B site, and they will be able to pick up a 5th, so something working for them at least.
Yeah, a bit troublesome here for Cyber Legacy, though. Like, yeah, sure, they managed to get the round, but they're still so far behind. And I'm just right now having a quick look on the match stats for the first map. And on that, we only had one player going above a 1.0 rating. That was Foster, landing on 1.06. The closest to him was seized on 0.67. So, all in all,
Oof.
the rating here for the Cyber Legacy side has been absolutely horrid. They've not pulled their own weight, and when one player has pulled his own weight, it's like barely, like just scraping by, and the rest of the team not really doing what they're supposed to. So very, very tough showing here from Cyber Legacy, especially in contrast to what we saw them do against Na'Vi.
Yeah. Espada. They've got a couple rifles here. They've fully invested into this one. A couple cheeky little boots coming through for them to try and find an opening. But for now, nothing has been found. With Cyber Legacy, they're working towards this A site. They've got quite a few players in position to push forward from these bathrooms. And Dima, he has a deagle, has a little bit of utility, flashes his teammate Dexter forwards. That nade actually does quite a bit of damage to a couple players pushing forward. Dima finding even more with a deagle. Can he find the kills? Patsy with 3 hits for 1. Now Dima, he got a lot of damage, but no kills. Foster and CIS, they're down to just very low HP. Dexter will be able to take down Tricky, and a 3-on-3 ensues, but the bomb will be planted with about 20 seconds on the clock. Cyber Legacy, they're not in a good position. They're all hemmed in towards the site. It's like shooting fish in a barrel until CIS and Foster, the fish, fight back. Dexter's all on his lonesome. It's a combined 20 HP for him to find. He's got armor, he's got an AK, he's got a smoke and a flashbang. He's going to deploy the smoke to allow him to cross towards that Optimus position. He's trying to bait out a peek from these Cyber Legacy players. CIS isn't going to fall for it. He's still over towards the stairs. Has Foster for support, and the time is running thin. Dexter has no kit, and the time is just not with him. And things almost go very far south for the Cyber Legacy side. But they're able to pull it out the hat.
Oh,
They both do die, though, to the bomb. With that low on HP.
yeah, that's going to be rough for the economy here. So you can see on the right-hand side that obviously they will have enough money to reinvest due to securing the victory in the round. The problem is that they don't have any money left over, and they don't have the AWP. CIS is on an SMG. We have 2 Galils in play just to make sure that they get the full utility set. Considering that they managed to secure the victory in the round, this is not a massive buy here for Cyber Legacy.
No, I mean, you never want to be having an SMG after a round you've just won. CIS will be wielding that, and a little boost up for Dexter here with that AK saved across. He has a position to look towards Party. There's an SMG and a FAMAS as well within the ranks of Espada, alongside 2 Deagles, but really it's going to be mostly down to this AK to try and find the damage, and Tricky maybe pushing in towards this angle in just a short moment. We CIS down towards the bottom of Connector. Hopefully, if he can find a kill here, that'll allow Tricky a lot of space towards the upper side. As Patsy does fall, you can see how Dexter has to shift his angle as he finds her first. Now drops off it because that surprise is gone. And Dexter is actually going to double it up, takes down Foster, and secures his Connector position. A 4-on-3 goes the way of Espada, but the weapons not with them. Still just got that AK, the FAMAS, and with Finnegan going down towards the A site. Glowing worked his way in through long. Should be Cyber Legacy still able to close this one out.
At least, again, like sort of last-ditch effort here for Cyber Legacy, trying their absolute greatest to pull something back. But again, it's I made the the cycling reference the other day. I'm gonna keep away from that because I'm not a cycling master. Don't have the knowledge of someone like Pimp or OG Bird. Ooh.
Well, this is interesting now. Dima, he's just going to try and stick the bomb inside the smoke. Tricky spamming through and will take him down. So, crisis averted for Cyber Legacy. But it got a little bit interesting there.
Crisis indeed. Like, it looked for a hot moment there like that was just going to be it. Either way, Cyber Legacy do manage to find their 7th. At the end of the day, it's at this point for Cyber Legacy, it's about sort of, I guess, boosting the morale on the players, something like that. They probably already know that they've lost this game, because the chances of them bringing it back are slim to none, as pointed out multiple times already. And furthermore, if they manage to do so, we're gonna head to a third and final map. I don't see it happening, them pulling this one back, but if they manage to do so, Nuke could actually be very, very interesting, and they could potentially bring it back on Nuke if they manage to pull this comeback through, but we need to see something. Yeah, we need to see something absolutely insane from them for that to happen.
Yeah, they should be able to find an 8th here. Just pistols for the Espada side, keeping their economy strong for the next round. It's going to be a push out towards long with 4 members of the Espada side. That flashbang does absolutely nothing to help seize there if he gets one, but a quick refrag from the hail of USPs on the other side will take him down, and that's an AK recovered as well into Dima's hands. Glowing is going to try and pick them off one by one as he deals with Sopfix. So Cyber Legacy, I mean, gun going down early, not ideal. They should still be able to close the one down without really much fuss. Dima, I mean, I said he has the AK, doesn't have any armor to go with it, so aim punch will be a factor. And Espada, they're just trying to work as a group, try and find any sort of Cyber Legacy players maybe caught out alone. Dima is leading the pack with that AK-47, and hopefully, if he goes down, Espada will be able to collect it, because it's going to be a very nice weapon to take into the next round. Obviously, they will have a full buy, but an AK is a nice little humdinger.
And AK is definitely a little bit better than the M4. We've mentioned it before. Gives you that one-shot potential. Where the M4, you need to hit a body shot and a headshot for you to be able to kill off your opponents. Or at least they need to be weak before you deal any damage to them with the M4. Yeah, the AK gives them that potential for the one-shot. Throwing it over to Dima, excuse me, Diva. Wow. Makes pretty good sense as well.
Mecha activated.
I mean, it did look like he
right
was
there.
in like a mecha suit of some sort on terrain. I'll give him that.
True. Patsy. Probably wishing he had a mecha suit that would have been able to withstand that AUG bullet, because he's been taken down right at the start of the round for Espada. It is not what they wanted. They were hoping for, you know, maybe a kill there from Patsy. Unfortunately, he can't deliver. It is Dexter who will be able to find that opening for the Espada side. It's brought into a 4-on-4. And he just pulls back after the initial kill. No reason to really look for so much more when you have Dima in a position like he is, all the way pushed through connector. Could be able to find a cheeky frag onto someone if he gets the timing right, but I'm not sure what's going to happen if he's going to go up the ladder. I think he tried to, but somebody was watching it, and somebody was tricky. And decides, you know what? I value my life. I'll back away. You can have that position. I don't want it. Cyber Legacy. They're going to try and commit towards B now, but this position from Stockfig. No! Why does he move there? Trying to move over to the site to support his teammate, but Foster comes through the tunnel as he starts moving and knife out. He is an open ball game. It's all up towards this A site instead, and there's nobody there to try and defend it for Espada. We're all committed towards B, and as the utility rains down, Espada will know their mistake. This should be over. Big nade as well. Caesar will finish off the kill. It's just Finnegan and Dexter who remain.
Finnegan and Dexter doing the right thing here, just holding back, trying to hold on to their weapons. Makes pretty good sense for them. All in all, at this point, actually doesn't look horrible for Cyber Legacy any longer.
No.
It still doesn't look great. I'll say that much, but they've managed to string 5 rounds together in a row to try and make this comeback a reality. As you can see, money shifted over towards Cyber Legacy. The problem here for them is that they don't really have any room for mistakes. If they lose another round, that puts Espada on map and match point. Cyber Legacy, really no room for mistakes.
Yeah. Although, Espada, that Molotov towards the park didn't actually land. The one closer to on the T side of the wall did. So it still still holds back the Cyber Legacy players. And in the end, doesn't really matter all too much. But just a little note there. Don't want to be missing that Molotov all too much because it's designed to try and sort of hem those Cyber Legacy players in. And if they do try and run through the Molotov, they've got a long old run to go through. Go through the fire and flames. As CIS is in position over towards the outside of the bathrooms, towards this banana position. Might need to be careful about Dexter, though, as he sets up nades. Dexter's going to push forward, spots out the arm. I think CIS may have spotted in return, but Dexter's still going to take him down. That is a huge opening kill to find for Espada as they look to set themselves up for 15. Glowing out towards long. The smoke blocks his path for the time being, and Cyber Legacy aren't going to commit towards A. The bomb is still down towards the top of connector, towards the T side, up the top of that ladder, and I mean, nobody's close to try and pick it up. So a nice shot from Glowing takes down Sotfik and gives a bit of an opening towards this A site. Patsy in an awkward position. Needs to take down this player on short. Will do so, and that's a huge frag to find. Now need to focus on this site, but he switches his vision just a moment too late. Glowing is able to trade it back again, and into a 3-on-3 we go. The bomb is making its way forward. Dexter deals with Glowing, and now they push back in towards the site before the bomb gets there. But Clax and Tricky, they'll find one apiece. Finnegan pushes forward, puts them low, but Tricky's Deagle, a huge shot to find, will secure Cyber Legacy 10 and Espada. They can't quite get themselves over the finish line yet. It's going to have to go on a little bit longer this game.
All aboard the struggle bus. First, it was Cyber Legacy in a bit of a struggle. Espada, they're struggling to find the last couple of rounds at this point. Cyber Legacy, they've already mustered up a fairly strong comeback. I'll give them that much. And they're looking to make it even stronger. They're trying to pull this one all the way back. Still not going to be an easy task. This round, give them good amount of hope considering the buy on Espada, but that negates a bit of the hope. As Patsy finds the opening crack onto Clax.
Sotfik's hearing all these steps as well. He can get at least one, and he will get at least one. Patsy gets the other, and Cyber Legacy, they find themselves in a 2-on-4 against what was just a single M4 for Patsy, an MP9 for Finnegan, and a few deagles. Espada, they found themselves the biggest advantage they've had for a while. Foster and Tricky, now the last two alive, looking to try and find any sort of opening. Patsy may give one up, but he's holding a very tight angle. Cyber Legacy is going to be difficult to check this one unless Tricky peeks it and commits to it with the AWP. As they push around the corner, he will reveal himself. Not able to do much damage though, Patsy. Now he's in a difficult position where he can't get out. He needs to fight one way or another, and he does fight towards Tricky. That's the kill found. He's going to look for even more, but Foster will eventually take him down. 35 seconds on the clock as Foster's going to try and make his way in towards Optimus, but the player's there. That's a nice shot though. He gets down Dima quickly and efficiently, but does he expect Dexter in the same angle? No, he doesn't. Dexter deals the killing blow, and Espada will find 15 off the back of a single M4, a few deals, and an MP9.
That's absolutely insane. I pointed out that Cyber Legacy had pretty good chances in that round, considering the firepower on the Espada side of it, but beautiful stuff there from Patsy, finding the opening frag very early on from that boost down towards connector angle. In towards the short pipe, and then falling back and supporting Sotfik out towards the long position. Great stuff, great movement there from Patsy. And Espada picking up their 15th. One round away from shutting it down here on Overpass and taking that 2-0 victory. Adding insult to injury, making this one very, very unlikely for Cyber Legacy. I love to see them pull a couple more rounds, but I don't think they're going to be able to bring this one all the way back at this point.
No. I mean, they've got decent weapons, a few AKs at Galil the Orc, but Espada, it's only a matter of time, and as Dima lines himself up too, and he's going to put a bit of a nail in the coffin. He'll get a third. Sophic champions him with one. It's only Tricky left, a 1 versus 4. He does bring it into a 1 versus 3, but with that Orc, not the most wieldy weapon to have in this situation. He does have a minute on the clock to work with, but spotted out by Dima and Dexter. We'll finish it off. It will be 16-10 for the Espada side.